can't believe a year has already passed. So last year, it was already a rockstar conference. And this year, I think we have put another notch on top.
The situation is tough right now. But you know what I really like? Is the optimism, the excitement, the desire to collaborate and network. That's number one for me, is having the right people in the right room. Number two, obviously we're talking about MiCA regulation. This is a big move for Europe, and it's lovely that right here in Liechtenstein, we can have important conversations that are going to be game changers in the industry.
We were able to gather again the industry leaders, the ecosystems from Switzerland, from Austria, from Germany, specifically from Europe, but also from South Korea. We have people from Canada, from America. So that was the idea again, to put Liechtenstein on the map.
I think that's the best way to approach Bitcoin. So not as a new high-risk venture, but something that already has a track record of 15 years of people failing, figuring out something, learning something, discovering something new about something that could not be stopped even by the strongest adversaries, because it's a technological process that has a power of its own.
Blockchain technology can also be used without any regulation. That's the open source thought, that's the peer-to-peer thought, so you don't necessarily need regulation to use it, right? I think MiCA is generally good. It's broad, it's addressing 400 plus million European citizens, and it also comes right in time. It's not coming too late and not too early, so therefore in generally I would say it's good. The question is, for whom is it good? I would argue it's good for customers. It's also good for intermediaries and regulated entities. It might not be so good for startups, because startups will have difficulties meeting all the requirements.
I think when it's about financial systems, and hopefully blockchain is not only about financial systems, we need to be regulated. We need to protect people in that area. We need to keep scammers out.
What I predict will happen with MiCA in Europe is to sort of create a better environment for different parties to engage and be able to, increase the transparency of their activities and overall improve the status of the, business activities in Europe.
I mean, it's just a European market, but every platform has at least one European user. So if you want to have European investors as users and have the European funds, you will need to take it into account. Maybe as in some jurisdictions, you will just focus on the local markets. Let's say you stay in Asia, you don't care about MiCA because you really just focus on Asia, fine, but then you can't expand. So MiCA is relevant, it's a game changer in that aspect because it just points out crypto markets also need to tackle market abuse.
It's not just about blockchain. I mean, there are new technologies coming up that also need to be addressed in a pragmatic but also innovation-friendly and proactive manner. So we're not becoming obsolete, or also we're not becoming bored in our endeavors in tackling these new challenges.
The centralized players need to be regulated. That has probably the problem that you will get a lot of bigger players, but that will also drive institutional adoption, and you will have much more influence from, let's say, non-crypto native players, because it's easier to get into.
We need to educate them. We need to explain what we're doing, why we're doing, how this is helpful, be open with them, explain our technology, maybe share even some data analytics so they can understand what is going on behind the curtains, and that would help to develop healthier regulations that would not be blocking companies from doing what they're doing.
What we created is you walk into this environment where the zebras encirculate you and you're kind of like entering a stampede scene, and then it transforms into a vase. So that if you're the consumer then, and if you eventually buy that vase, your perception of it is completely different because you have this associated memory by being in this virtual world. So if we utilize blockchain technologies, we can actually help to lift less developed countries from where they are at today. So looking into the blockchain space, I hope that other countries take an example like Liechtenstein, together with Switzerland, how we can actually rule out metrics that matters to the world.
You're all really wonderful. Thank you for being here. This is the end of Token Summit 2023. We'll see you next year. Bye-bye.